Hello guys, and welcome to another day with Zimaleta. In today's video, I actually would like to talk about real estate investing and home remodeling and renovating. And actually, after this little clip here, I'm going to be showing you everything that I'm doing to my home as part of the one video, and then it's going to go to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. All the renovations that I'm going to be doing to my home. And what you're seeing right now is I just used some clips that I was gonna upload this as a video like by itself on my YouTube channel, but I decided not to upload it because I didn't do it in time, and it was kind of like this was the 26th when I actually recorded this video. But anyways, guys, Merry Christmas to everybody. You know, I hope you guys had a really good day on your Christmas, and your dreams came true, and maybe you got some good presents, and maybe something new is in your life, and it's great, you know. But for me, obviously, Christmas was enjoyable. As you could see, like a little sneak peek of kind of like us being at Myrtle Beach. This is our family tradition. We always go every single year. We spend time with family, just kind of like relax a little bit. And believe it or not, guys, it's still perfect weather to kind of hang out and do whatever at the beach. But anyways, now that I'm back from the beach and my mind is kind of like fresh on what I gotta be doing and stuff like that, I'm going to start focusing on doing a lot of stuff at home, and that's going to be home remodeling and renovating, and of course some stuff with my Sprinter vans. Also, guys, kind of like something I wanted to share with you guys. This was kind of like mind-boggling a little bit to me. Should I start a whole new channel having home remodeling and renovating type of stuff? And sometimes I said yes, sometimes no to myself, and then yes again. But anyways, I called my channel obviously Zimaleta How To Show, and basically this has like sort of been videos about my life. This is sort of like where it kind of like developed into. So I'm pretty sure you guys already kind of like expecting to sort of see like what am I really doing from day to day, and kind of like where my life is going. And hopefully I could also uplift some of you guys and kind of like do some motivational type of speaking. I already have met a lot of you guys on the phone and through text messages, and I just spoke to somebody like really special, a viewer that I have. He actually does real estate investing. Really awesome guy. His name is Serge, same as mine. I had a really pleasure talking to him and stuff like that. So he found out that I'm going to be doing real estate investing, and he wants to help me out and tell me everything about it. So like, this is a huge blessing. So let's begin. Hello guys, welcome to Zimaleta Home Remodeling and Renovating. In this video, what I would like to do is rip out my metal siding, and I'm going to be doing this day by day, and I'm going to replace it with plywood. So basically I picked up all the plywood, and in order to install plywood accurately in the correct way, you have to do 1/8 spacing, and that's actually what I'm doing. And here I have my jack stands over here. I put them together, and I'm going to be cutting it down using my DeWalt saw. And first I gotta make sure I measure it correctly. And when cutting, make sure you wear some kind of safety glasses, because if you're not going to be wearing safety glasses when you're doing it, like, it's really easy to actually get some dust in your eyes. And I'm actually going to be cutting it without no glasses to begin with. And obviously yeah, I was getting some dust, so I have to really like squint my eyes and stuff. But in order to put this plywood correctly, like in a house, if you already have windows and if you want to do like exactly like what I'm doing, the best way to actually do it, according to all the research that I've done, is basically cover up your windows. Preferably when you're actually doing that, like don't have like any windows in there to begin with, because you might end up busting it like with a nail and stuff. Of course, in some situations I've removed the windows, and in some situations I left the windows alone. I just really made sure that I'm not going to be actually using any nails in those spots. So when actually measuring this stuff, it really helps having this drywall type of stuff, like for marking it. As you can see, like the red line that I made, it's kind of like a chalk line. You could actually get it like with the string and stuff. So if you guys did this before, of course you already know about this. Most of the time, you know, people use some kind of ruler and some kind of like marker, like a Sharpie or something. I used to do that too, but When I used to work and do like home remodel and renovating, I did drywall and I did like other stuff as well. There's a lot of stuff that I did that I'll be actually uploading on this channel, guys. Basically, when using that little chuck line, it's really like easy and fast. But anyways, guys, let me tell you a little bit about myself. A lot of you guys already know who I am. I've been basically doing videos about sprinter vans and expediting, because this is the business that I'm in, and that's how I get all my money and stuff, basically through delivering loads across the whole country. I am thinking about going local and actually opening up my own expedite company. I actually have one, and I used to have my own drivers and stuff, but I decided that I needed to get out of that business for one of the reasons, which I'll state in a later video. And then I discovered it was a mistake, and the best business that I've been in was actually expediting. I make more money more steadily, guys, in expediting. Therefore, I'm able to afford all kinds of goodies. So through these type of videos, I would like to share my knowledge, and the main thing, guys, is I would like to encourage many of you guys that are not homeowners right now, you're renters. I would like to encourage you guys to save money and to let you guys know that you can actually buy and own a house. This home right here that I have purchased, it is not much, it is ugly by many counts, but I paid cash for it, guys. I bought it from the bank for $13,000, guys. The bank wanted 26. I keep going back and forth, and I end up buying it for $13,000. That's with closing costs, guys. That's completely paid. It took me a while to save that money, guys, because just like everybody, I have bills. You know, I have kids and stuff, and a lot of money just goes like basically like I don't know like how to say it. Like it's basically like an endless barrel or something. It just basically just keeps going, and you know, you're just spending. Robert Kiyosaki calls it the rat race, and I guess it's true. Look at me running around over there. But technically, guys, when not having your own house and stuff, or having your own house and just paying mortgage or paying rent to somebody, a lot of times, especially like when you're paying rent, you're throwing your money away. But the logic behind it is, if you don't want to throw your money away like in rent, don't just go and buy yourself a house just so you don't have to pay like rent and stuff, and get a mortgage. Because a lot of times you might be thinking, look, if I'm going to be paying rent, I'm going to be throwing money away. Here I could be having a mortgage, paying the same or less. But keep in mind, you're getting in for a 30-year mortgage, and the bad thing about it is, unless you choose to live in the house for 5 years, you're going to lose all that money to interest anyways. So refinancing is also not a good option, because again, they're just going to start you all over again. So in 5 years, if you refinance, there you go. You're going to have either, if you're going to do another 30-year refinance, and then well, you're going to be stuck in it for 30 years. If you're going to do 15-year, well, you're going to be stuck in it for 15 years, hopefully paying it off sooner. But in case you guys are in one of those situations where you are basically, you know, you're already paying off the house, and you're thinking, how could I pay it off quicker? Should I do 15-year financing? I know this question might be kind of like, it might sound like it's unrelated, but I would like to tell you guys, do not refinance for 15 years. If you want to pay it off in 15 years, just go ahead and do the calculation, do the math. If you want to, just use a bank. Tell them how much would you need to pay in order to pay it off in 15 years. But do not refinance for 15 years. Because look, why should you pay the extra money if basically what the bank is going to do, if you're going to refinance in 15 years, they're going to try to compress the interest rate into those 15 years and get as much money out of you as possible. So what you want to do instead, if you got like, let's say like $1,000 payment every month for a house, just add whatever you can on top of it. Like if you could do like $500 on top of, great. And then write a check, one of them for $1,000 and another one for like, say like $500 or whatever that you could afford that month, and say $1,000 will actually go towards making a monthly payment, which will take interest out of there and stuff like that, and some of it might go to principal, which would be like a really little. And then say the second check apply to principal only. They cannot remove like, you know, like other stuff from like interest and stuff. So that means each month that you'll be making a payment, you'll actually end up paying the house off quicker, because like later, like next month, your payments is actually going to be a little bit less, but you're still paying $1,000. So therefore, you're paying more in principal. And then again, if you can do $500 extra, go ahead and pay it, and you're going to be paying off a lot sooner. I would like to talk a little bit more about that in some videos, but here I'm basically putting in some nails, and the reason I'm putting in those nails is actually to hang the drywall a little bit easier, but also it creates a 1/8 type of spacing, guys. And as you can see, I'm clearly covering up these windows. This window design actually will change. In a later video, I'm going to basically decide that I no longer want these windows in here. I would like to actually have a fireplace in the future in this place. So I'll be actually using like 2 different type of windows on the sides and actually making a fireplace over here. But having those nails, it really helps hanging this type of drywall, guys. And of course, when you're hanging drywall, you need to hang it like with these markings on the outside, not on the inside. Even though the inside might seem like shiny and seems like a little bit more weather resistant, it's still best to hang it like this, guys. And also overlapping it, like sort of like bricks. You want to sort of like overlap it like that. You don't want to like have it like up and down. You want to actually install it just like I'm doing on the sides here. This is the correct way of doing it. And the reason you need to do like 1/8 gapping, even though it seems like you're really making a house kind of like not windproof and stuff, is because like with temperatures and stuff, it needs to breathe. It's going to expand, contract, and you know, that kind of thing. So you don't want to, you know, have like bowling later on. So that's why you need to really create spacing just about everything you do in construction, guys. So that's why I'm doing that. But I'm being very careful, and I'm actually following my previous nail holes to try to basically, you know, just look at the bottom and see like where I put the nails, and chances are that's going to be the correct space. So I did not bust any windows doing this, guys. So I did it kind of correctly. Now you might be wondering, how long does it really take to try to do like one side like this, guys? But typically it was actually taking me 1 day just to do like one side. In this particular video, I was actually able to do more. I was actually able to do this side and then the other side to basically remove the metal and then install these plywood. Because obviously it's a lot of work removing this metal. You gotta go through the whole house and remove all the screws and stuff. That basically that's what it was using. And then you need to use some metal cutting tools in order to take it down. But it does help having a nail gun, guys. It really makes your job a lot easier. And having those nails plugged in over there, like it hangs really well. And I just went ahead and just left all the nails until the project is complete. And later on, I'll actually be doing the rep. And what else I actually did in this particular video, before it started, I already ordered all the siding, which is a really nice dark gray type of siding that I have chosen at Home Depot. I've ordered it because they don't stock that stuff. They only sell the white stuff, and it's going to actually look really nice with the siding. It takes about 3 weeks to actually get your siding in. So you know, it's actually a good time to just go ahead and use that time to plywood up the whole house. Guys, believe me, it's so much better having this manufactured home, removing the metal and stuff and just putting like this type of plywood. It really makes the building so much more sturdy, so much more better, guys. It really made like a lot of sense for me to actually do this, guys. Here I am actually using safety glasses this time. I'm trying to be extra safe and letting you guys know, look, this is the safe way to do it. Don't try to, you know, go without it. And as you can see, I'm using sort of like the goggle style. This is goggles by Stanley. It's you know, I got them like a Tractor Supply. I think they're like $15, but it's supposed to be fog proof, which in a way it's really not. Like they do fog up after a while, but in the beginning when you first buy them, they're not gonna fog up. But after a while, you end up cleaning and stuff like that. I think you remove sort of like that layer that keeps it from fogging. But you probably could get some kind of spray and keep them from fogging, guys, because it is a kind of like a problem. When you're working, you're sweating, you got that body heat, you know, going and fogging up your glasses. But guys, once you get into the groove of cutting and stuff, this wood, guys, it really goes by like kind of quickly, you know, especially if you really measure things out and plan everything out like ahead of time before you start building. It really makes the project go a lot like smoother and stuff like that. For some of you guys, you might be thinking, well, what's the big deal, you know, it's just some plywood and stuff like that, or drywall. But guys, believe me, I met people that would love to do like some kind of home remodeling or renovating or like real estate investing, and they got the money to do it too. I've talked to a lot of them. And then they're like, hey, wow, there's gonna be like drywall. Like they make a big deal about the drywall, like it's a big deal. But obviously, guys, there's a lot more to the house than drywall. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I make it look easy, and not because I'm that good, Of course, I have experience and I'm willing to share that experience, but a lot of it is self-taught. I just basically start doing it, and I don't mind basically working hard to basically put my own sweat equity, that's what it's called, into the project, because guys, this ultimately will be a really good investment. And even it is right now. Like if I was to sell this house, I'm already making my money's worth, guys. But putting in this extra sweat equity, like extra work and stuff, it makes the house look so much better and more desirable to live in, and a lot more nicer. Of course, this property, I don't know what I'm going to do like in the future. In the future, I plan to basically live in Florida, but I don't know. Will I live in Florida? Because I really love South Carolina. It's cheap taxes here. Like I live in a really good area. Of course, I'm away from the city, but I really love this lifestyle. There's very little traffic and stuff. And if you guys are trying to get out of debt and just buy your own place and stuff, just save up and buy a house like in the country or something. And you know, you're not gonna have any bills, so like you don't need as much money. And ultimately, like if you're gonna take that type of step, that means you're already kind of like entrepreneur type of a minded person. Most likely you could think of a business that you could do, and after doing some home remodeling like this, it's going to really like open up your eyes. Like even like when I'm doing this right now, like I'm thinking, look, should I go back into this business and just do like home remodeling and renovating, maybe working with some kind of like real estate investor? Because I've read many books. I actually read 100 books per year that's been done by real estate investors, and their first house were for $15,000, guys, and now they're millionaires. And it takes just one. You start out with one and you quickly realize, you're like, whoa, I could do this. Like I could buy houses, repair them, flip them, and keep going. And basically, like I'm thinking, man, this work has actually cost a lot of money. Like in order to do this, what I'm doing, it's not a big deal, but yet like people charge a lot of money to do this type of work. So that means I could technically stay home, work on my house. If I get called to work on somebody else's house, I could go do that. I have the vans to do it. I could sort of have like my crews, you know, to actually be working on the houses and stuff. And that's something I'm planning in the future, possibly, that I will do, because I'm always going to be around expedite, sprinters, deliveries, fixing stuff, fixing cars, fixing houses and stuff. So, you know, I'm keeping my mind open, you know. To tell you the truth, guys, any entrepreneur will tell you, like whenever like you have a job, like that's not gonna be the job you're gonna be stuck with, like, or like a career, unless you make it to be. Like you have to try like different type of things in order to actually be successful, you know. So here I am removing this window here. You could clearly see this window is a different type of window. It screws in from the outside, so basically I have to remove all the screws and stuff from the outside. This is the only window that I have like this, and I was thinking, should I use this window or should I not? I was actually going to replace it with like another window, but because of the way that the house structure is on the inside, it's a good idea to actually leave this window in there, because right behind it there's a couch. So having a larger window, like a taller one, like you see one to the right, would not be like ideal, because you're not going to see like half of the window anyway, so it's not going to make much sense. But you see where the long window is? I'm actually going to put a sliding door there in one of my other videos, so I'll actually show you how to install a sliding door. But for this window, guys, I actually installed it like when I was doing all the windows. I did all the frames and stuff, and the good thing about it, guys, is you get to see me doing everything to this house. First of all, guys, let me tell you about the appreciation of this house. This house I bought 2 years ago. When I bought it, of course, I paid $13,000. That same year, the housing market was still kind of down. So the house was already worth $65,000. If I was to turn around and sell according to square foot, just kind of like fix it up and, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, so then it started increasing, guys. And right now it's actually worth like $150,000, like in my neighborhood. Like that's kind of like what I have, that's what it's worth. And then I also have a business property that's next door, you know, that I actually rezoned to commercial. I actually have a video on that. I'll be posting it on this channel, how to actually rezone the property, because that's actually really important, because you might need a different zone to do whatever you want. I wanted to do a car dealership, so I rezoned it for car dealership. But I could actually have any kind of business, because that zoning works for a lot of different businesses. And I will talk about that on this channel, about real estate investing investing, about all kinds of stuff to help you save money and to get further in life. Because guys, the way I see it, it's a lot nicer to live free, just to have this type of freedom and just feel like you're alive, like you're able to live. Just go fishing every once in a while, just take a vacation, you know, like be able to afford stuff that you could not like feel that you could afford. You know, there's always a question, you know, like it's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. And so like sometimes you have to like ask yourself, kind of like in Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, there's a question like, instead of saying I cannot afford this, you have to ask yourself, how can I afford this? So if I would not ask these questions, you know, I would not get this far in my life, guys. I'm nobody special. I'm just a normal guy. I come out of like humble beginnings. I was in a family like that's just like my mom, my dad was a truck driver, and you know, my mom, she was the educated one in my family and stuff, and I really wasn't sure like what was gonna come of me, because we're just basically kind of like that, you know, we're just hard workers. But a lot of times you spend your energy in the wrong place. If you're just gonna be working for people all your life and not really go anywhere, then hey, what can you expect? You just, you know, if you're not gonna change anything, then you're just going to be at the same place all your life, and you got to keep it real like that. So guys, here's the little kind of like sneak peek, kind of like what it's going to look like. And of course I'll be adding a second sliding door, and you cannot see it in this picture. But guys, this video has came to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. I'm a regular type of person on YouTube. I'm constantly posting videos. I'm constantly sharing my knowledge. My whole idea is to share what I know, to encourage somebody to do the same thing, give somebody idea, and sometimes we could share ideas. One thing that I do that other channels don't is I actually talk to you guys. I actually answer your questions. I actually listen to you guys. So check out my other channel, Zimaleta How To Show. I'm basically doing a lot of like car repairs and stuff, and I'm constantly posting videos, guys. They're helpful, and even if you don't like this kind of stuff like to do yourself, hey, just listen to it, like be encouraged, and you might actually get some other ideas. You'll be surprised, guys, what kind of ideas you could pick up just by watching and kind of thinking and brainstorming, like when I'm talking and stuff, because I say a lot of positive things, guys, and it's true. I'm nobody special, guys. I'm not educated, but yet I basically just do it. So if I could give you some advice, please ask for it, guys. I'm more than willing to do it. So subscribe to my channel and ask questions, and please like my videos, guys. There'll be more videos coming. Of course, right now I'm doing all kinds of renovations, so there's gonna be video after video coming, so just keep an eye on it, guys. Most likely I'll be posting about a couple times a week for this channel, but once my work really picks up, which it will, I'm actually getting ready to do siding and more other stuff. So guys, just stay tuned, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're gonna know like next time I'm gonna be uploading. And you could also find a link to this channel on my main channel, Zimaleta How To Show, guys. I really enjoy sharing what I know and talking to you guys, so you could clearly see that, guys. So just subscribe, and I'm really sure you're gonna really love my channel, guys. Take care, God bless you, bye bye.